Hello, and thank you for allowing us to send you this video. My name is Alex, and I'm going to be showing you a few tips on how by improving your website, you can get more exposure in Google. You can actually outrank your competition, and of course, this will get will bring you more clients by utilizing your website, if that makes sense. So let's start here with your website. I have it on my screen, and the number one recommendation is adding more relevant content. When I say content, I'm not just talking about the images or the icons. I'm talking more about the text that your whole website has. This is very, very important. Everything that is readable, this is a link, doesn't count, but you only have these two lines of content. And you may ask yourself, why is this important? Because when you add content, you should definitely add keywords. Keywords are the or key phrases are words that you want to be found for. For example, I've noticed that you're located in Hanover, Pennsylvania, and you are HVAC company, pretty much. If the term is correct, so you might be going to be found as an HVAC contractor in Hanover, PA, or Pennsylvania, depending on the areas that you want to cover. Um, that being said, you don't have anything like that in here, especially here in the homepage. You only have a few pictures and these two lines. When Google tries to analyze your website, they read through all of this. So the more content you have, the better, because if you have keywords, then you are telling Google that you want to be found for that specific keyword, and they will understand. And unfortunately, it's not like a person, like a human being actually reading this whole thing. No, it's more like a software that they have, and it reads through all of this. So if it makes sense for them based on their criteria, your chances of getting noticed are going to increase. That being said, the concept of adding relevant content applies to all the pages that you have here, not only the home page. For example, let's see what you got in commercial really quick. And for example, HVAC, you should have, my recommendation would be have a specific page for HVAC, have a specific page for this, exhaust fans, hot water heaters, all of this. So that would be my recommendation for this. Then have another specific page for refrigeration, another one for ice machines, ice dispensers, things like that. That will definitely increase the chances for you to be found on Google. Now, I want to show you some numbers because I use this tool called Ahrefs, and what this does, it picks data from your website based on Google criteria. So you're only being found for one keyword, and you have 201 backlinks. Now, what are backlinks? Backlinks are other sites that I mentioned in your website or your business name, and this will give you power so you can be found on Google. Think about like a popularity contest. The more people you get to talk about you in a positive way, the more relevant you're going to become, the more relevant you're going to stay. Same thing happens here with backlinks, with the difference that not all links are created equal. So you can have hundreds and dozens of links, but if they're not powerful, if they're not relevant, and most important, if they're not targeting the keyword that you should have based on the content that your website has, you're not going to see the results that you may be hoping to get. And your rating is not going to increase. So, uh, that being said, let's see what kind of keyword you're being found for based on these links and based on the content of your website, especially here on the homepage, because that's what I was trying to tell you. The more content you have, the more chances that Google is going to notice is going to happen. So let's see what kind of keyword is that. And your branding name, Iron Reach. And you can see that you fail in position. You're almost on the fifth, sixth page, and you keep dropping down. That's because um, the content is one of them, but in this case, the links that you have are not really good quality. Instead of helping you, they're actually hurting you. Now, what happens when I type HVAC in Hanover, Pennsylvania, for example? This specific keyword, right? First of all, I have to you that I did a quick research, and there's not too much volume search, and I'll show you that in a second for this. But you always want to be showing for your location, especially in this type of business. Somebody listening Hanover PA in types HVAC Hanover PA, you definitely should be appearing in that specific search. And we can see here that the first thing that we see here is sponsored by Google. You pay to be there. But then you have your map section, and if you would have a profile, an optimized profile with Google Business Profile, you gotta make sure that your content is optimized, your images are optimized, and if you start getting reviews, you need to reply to those reviews because that's one of the things that Google loves to see. Moving on, we have the organic results, and this is where all the fun comes into place. On number one, we have this Sigman, HVAC.com. Then we got number two, we got Yelp, which is a big directory. Number three, we got Angie. Then we got these guys on number four, Desco-services.com. But just a quick, interesting data. Almost 70% of the people that do a Google search, they only go for the top three here and the top three here. That means that they don't scroll down all the way. But I'm going to show you what are the benefits to start ranking in this specific in one of these searches, and what are your competitors doing that you're not doing. So if we open their website, let's take a look and see why they're ranking number one. But again, this keyword doesn't have that much volume search. Let me show you that really quick. You can see that it's less than 10 searches a month, so not really, but then you have these variations. HVAC cleaning Hanover PA, there's 30 searches, and we'll see in that in a second. But going back to these guys, you can see that they have content here. They're actually targeting different areas. Gettysburg, PA, Hanover, PA, Manchester, Maryland, because they're probably really close to Maryland. Skiesfield, of course. Yeah, but you can see that here they have content there, they have images, and they keep having content. So this is why is actually this is helping them to be on that appearing on Google, if that makes sense. So if we look at the data from that they have, let me go back and let's give it a second. There you go. So you can see that they have 547 backlinks, which is not a lot, but still this number is pretty low if you ask me, in my personal opinion. And they being found for 177 keywords. Let's see what kind of keywords are they being found for, and let's see what the ones that they're ranking really quick. So they're ranking for the branding name. Then you got this one, for example, furnace cleaning Hanover, PA. There's 30 searches a month. They're ranking number 5, but they're not getting anything really, and that's because they're targeting that to their service page. Really, depends how you want to take that, but I wouldn't recommend doing this. But for example, this one, and I'm pretty sure you might be really close to Gettysburg. So HVAC Gettysburg, PA, there's 30 searches a month. And because they're ranking number 8, they keep climbing, they're getting one visit straight to their website. If you ask me, there's one chance they get every single month to get a new client. They're targeting the same keyword to another sub page. That's probably why it's hurting them. But then heating oil, for example, this one heating oil Hanover, PA, 10 searches a month, and they're on this third page, so not really helping them a lot. And the ones that they were ranking, nothing really. So you got a lot of opportunities here, because if you, for example, would like to target this specific keyword, you know that there's around 30 searches a month. You can say that there's 30 people searching for HVAC services in Gettysburg, PA, and you could get at least, I'll say, less than 5-10% of this. I mean, between 5-10% of these searches, if you start ranking for that specific keyword, that will definitely help your business. And we can also do a full research on what keywords you should be targeting based on your location based on volume searches and based on difficulty. That's another topic, but I don't want to go into that. So what are you going to do? You have to improve content. You have to include keywords that you want to be found for. For example, HVAC, Hanover PA will be one of them. And surround that with keywords, surround it with relevant content. It has to be original because if you copy and paste, Google is going to notice. Other than that, I really hope you find this information useful. Once again, my name is Alex, and thank you for your time.